How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys haven't already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit that bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on my channel. If you guys have subscribed, thank you guys for all of you guys' love and support for my channel. Make sure to share my channel around with your friends, family members, and coworkers. If I can get to 500 subscribers, it would be amazing, and I'll do an amazing gift card code giveaway stream once that does happen. And also, if you guys would follow me over at Twitch, it would be amazing. My Twitch channel is Douglas with a capital D 447. Again, that's Douglas 447. And I hope you guys enjoyed my review for the last film that I consider canon for the Spy Kids movies, Spy Kids 3 Game Over. I will not be reviewing the fourth movie in the Spy Kids series. I have no interest in watching that film, reviewing it, wasting my time and talking about it, because I just think that Spy Kids 3 was the perfect send-off for the Spy Kids movies, the end of a good trilogy, and I have no interest in rewatching that garbage shoot of Spy Kids 4. So I hope you guys enjoy this movie and look forward to, of course, more films coming out very soon of my reviews. With that out of the way, guys, we're going to be talking about positives and negatives, and I'll be giving you guys my final review score. Now, first of all, I want to say off the bat that I know a lot of people do not like Spy Kids 3 Game Over. A lot of people adore the first two Spy Kids movies. I can see why they don't like this film, but I personally think Spy Kids 3 is the best out of all three of the films. And to me, personally, it's my favorite. And it's not because it has video games in it. It's not because of that. I think it was the best film because it was the best evolution of all the characters that we have seen. And it did a really great job of mixing the cheesy side of the first movie, the dark essence that we got in the second one, and it kind of put them together and gave us extra icing and cherry on the top. And I think this film was the best thing that they did and the best way to end the Spy Kids trilogy. This movie came out in 2003, and it's about 82 minutes long, and it still keeps the PG rating. And I like this movie the most. This movie centers a lot on the themes of revenge and forgiveness. I just enjoyed especially the fact that we got to see most of our characters, especially Junie and Carmen and the rest of the family, they venture into a video game setting, a video game world. It was cool to see something besides, evil spies or an evil agency trying to take over the world. This film, in a way, was unique and different. Now, that's not to say that this film doesn't have problems, and we'll get into that for sure. But it's filled with humor, it's filled with danger, new high-tech gadgets, and it really centers on the bonds of family, all in an effort to defeat what seems to be a power-hungry villain. The Spy Kids theme returns, and the soundtrack in this movie is top-notch. It's an 11 out of 10. I love this soundtrack. Seeing Junie being a private detective in this film and not being constricted by the rules and the laws of the OSS was really cool. Even when he's in the video game world, he's still not technically a part of the OSS. He's not an agent. He's just going into the video game to save his sister and save the rest of the universe. So, but he still has that moral code. He still has the thing that makes Junie, and it was really cool. Most of the characters end up returning from the past two movies, and they do grow in development a little bit. Most of the characters that had a lot of development in the past two films, they really don't do anything. They just show up at the very end of the film to help in the final battle. And that, to me, was okay. This film really wanted to focus on Junie and exploring a lot more on Junie and focusing on him and his relationship with Grandpa. And, of course, the Grandpa character grows as well. All the video game logic in this movie is explained, and it makes sense for everybody. Even if you haven't played a single video game in your life, this movie will make sense to you, and makes it very basic. It's a basic understanding of how video games work. It doesn't try to drown you in video game lingo, which was a good thing. this film also has the best mix of cheesy one-liners, jokes, puns, and it still keeps the dark essence of the second film a little bit, while still staying at the core of what makes Spy Kids Spy Kids, and that of course is that family is everything, and this movie goes one step further, and that everybody is family. So I think that was really cool. My favorite parts of this movie definitely was the Robo Arena, the Mega Race, the lightsaber like duel arena, and then of course the epic conclusion where the video game world gets unleashed into the real world. And then lastly, I have to say this: I love the references to Halo and Metroid being in this film. For negatives, there are a few I want to discuss. Without 3D glasses, this film feels weak and it's really odd to look at. This movie, when it was released in theaters, was like it was the first time 3D really was going into mainstream media is when this movie launched. Now, you might be thinking, no, 3D really started with Avatar. No, it really started around the early 2000s, and this is one of the movies that really pushed 3D glasses and going to the movies and seeing movies in 3D. This was one of those movies that really skyrocketed that idea and really pushed it to being a thing that happens. It's kind of sad that 3D has kind of disappeared. For me, I can't watch 3D anyway because it gives me a migraine because of my vision. So, yeah. Also, I don't understand how and why the villain from the second movie is still able to work at OSS. This OSS agency that is in this film is stupid. It's really stupid. Why is the villain from the first movie that tried to take over the entire universe using an EMP device still working for you guys? Movie logic boggles my mind. This film does not explain how and why the toy maker villain that is in this movie is trapped inside of a video game by the OSS at all. Their logic is like, oh, it just happened many years ago. It doesn't matter. He's a bad guy, and we got to keep him in this virtual game. Why did you lock him up? What's wrong with him coming out? He's just one human dude, right? This film does have some illogical moments. Time flies when playing games. That they make that statement in this movie, and it really doesn't make sense in the way it is presented. And basically, it's just used to amp up the stakes of like, oh no, you went into the video game with 12 hours before the world ends. Now, because you've been playing games, now you only have 4 left. I'm like, that's not how video game works. Okay, time does not fly when you're playing video games. Time passes when you're playing video games. That whole time flies when playing games is so old. The special effects in this movie also have not aged well. You can tell this movie came out in 2003. The special effects and CGI, although they were probably top-notch back then, they were not meant to hold up 2 decades later. Sorry. This film also has an overabundance of product placement, and this film also led to a lot of toys and video games coming out based on these films. Yeah, I remember playing one. It's a nightmare to beat. The beta tester characters in this film also have zero backstory. There's some characters that get some backstory in this film, but it's very limited. And then there's some that are just brand new, and you're just like, okay, you're just there because movie needs side characters, I guess. And also, towards the end of the movie, there are a couple moments that really just go over the top and are really unnecessary. This film is a mixed bag for a lot of people. There's a lot of things to love about this movie, and there's a lot of things to hate this movie about. And, yeah. Interesting fact, though, I think a lot more people like this movie, though, over the fourth one. So that's a plus. It's kind of like with Star Wars. Everyone hated on the Star Wars prequels movies, and then Disney made the sequel trilogy. And now everyone likes the prequels, and now everyone hates the sequels. I get that feeling with Spy Kids 3 and 4. So, yeah. Kind of interesting how time evolves. Anyway, guys, with that, I'm going to give Spy Kids 3 Game Over a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching my review of the Spy Kids trilogy. Look forward to more reviews coming out very soon. I'm working on my review for Spaceballs and the John Wick trilogy as it is right now, John Wick 1, 2, and 3. So look forward to those coming out very soon. And you guys all have a fabulous day. I'll see you guys in the next one.